Guard, number 3, Josh Williams. Starting guard, number 11, Bijan Sidhu. And starting at forward, number 32, Chet Sissoko. Head coach for Pensacola State is Pete Penna. And now here's the start lineup for your Tallahassee Eagles. Starting guard, 6-foot sophomore from Evansville, Indiana, number 1, Ware. Starting guard, 6'3" sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, number 3, Ellis. Starting guard, 6'9" sophomore from Miami, Florida, number 5, Tyler Poindexter. Starting guard, 6'6" sophomore from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, number 32, Sean Walker. And starting forward, 6'6" sophomore from the Bronx, number 50, Jeremiah Kendall. Assistant coaches for Tallahassee are Noah Crook, TJ Cox, and Dalmar Ali, and the head coach of the Eagles in his second season, Zach September.
Switch in headset.
Welcome to this broadcast of TCC basketball presented by First Florida Credit Union. It's going to be a showdown here in the Eagle Dome. Pensacola State versus your Tallahassee Community College Eagles. The Eagles are up a game in the Panhandle Conference here, Brett, and what has been an awesome showing so far this season. TCC 9-2 in conference. Pensacola State 6-5. Last time Pensacola State was in the Eagle Dome, they were victorious. So the Eagles trying to avenge a loss here tonight.
Yeah, we all remember that great game where Pensacola State walked into the Eagle Dome and walked out with a victory. I know Coach September remembers that, and so does this team, and they're not going to want to let it happen again.
Starting for the Eagles, D'Angelo Ware, L. Ellis, Tyler Poindexter, Jeremiah Kendall, and Sean Walker right there. He tosses it over to Ellis. Ellis drives in, spins, kicks it out to Kendall, and will take it on the right wing. Ellis loses the handle, and it is poked away, stolen by McKenzie. He will rise and dunk it down. Quick start for Pensacola State, almost the opposite of what we saw last time in the Eagle Dome when Pensacola State was down 10-0. And came back and ultimately stopped the Eagles' rally. Now the Eagles trail 4-0. Flip of the script here. Kendall drives in, and that'll be a traveling violation. No, they say
jump ball.
Jump ball. That would take the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, Kendall definitely went up looking for the foul. It wasn't given, and again, I think I had the same worries as you that they were going to get called for a walk. But they'll definitely take the jump ball, and possession arrow is in their direction. So.
Yeah, second chance opportunity for the Eagles. Ware driving, 5 on the clock. He's going to take a fadeaway, high bouncing. Kendall tries to get the rebound and unable to get the follow and bring it up the court quickly is Thompson. He jacks the 3 and hits. 7-0 start for Pensacola State. I wanted to say the Eagles are coming out flat. Pensacola State is coming out pretty strong here.
Yeah, just like we saw the Eagles go up to a big 10-0 lead in the last game, it didn't mean much. Doesn't mean you want to be down 10-0 in this game.
Absolutely. Walker over on the corner, gives it over to Ware. And they'll have to give it out to Kendall. Kendall driving, puts up the floater, rattles in. And they're finally on the board, 7-2 your score. Shot won't go, and a rebound by Kendall. Ellis will bring it across. He takes a straightaway three. Shot falls off in a big-time rebound there by Poindexter. He was hit all over the place, able to stick with it.
Yeah, not only was the rebound impressive, but Poindexter's ability to maintain possession when he was getting a lot of pressure from all sides. Absolutely huge as TCC tries to erase this early deficit.
Looking for the foul call and pushing it up to Williams. Williams looked like he almost got hit from behind, and we will see 2 free throws coming this way.
Yeah, you're not necessarily, too down on yourself after giving away a foul, but I think you heard it from the TCC bench. They wanted a foul given on Josh Rubio on the other end, and it wasn't. See, Josh Williams shooting free throws here. He's a 75.9% free throw shooter on the season coming into today. After he makes the first, that number obviously goes up. Goes 2 for 2 there. Yeah, big. It's early, but a big offensive possession here for the Eagles. They're down 7. Ellis almost loses it on the pass to Walker. Tries to do something for himself. Now finds Josh Rubio, who was 2 for 2 from 3 in the Eagles' last game. Walker draws the foul. Luke, Josh Rubio's performance, 14 points on the road. He went 2 for 2 from 3. Really kind of his big coming out party this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Rubio, he's struggled a little bit on the offensive side so far this year, only averaging about 3 points per game. But, when you need someone to step up, it sometimes comes from the unlikeliest of players, and Rubio was one of those at Northwest Florida State. It's next man up. That's the mentality here at TCC, and you'd like to see him get going on offense again here tonight as the Eagles trail 9-2. Thompson loses the handle. It'll be off his leg and out of bounds. A turnover. Coach Atembre told us earlier that he felt like this team was ready to go to war today, and a little bit of a slow start, but it's early on here. Only 4 minutes across, or almost 4, as Rubio tries a 3 and continues his hot streak.
Luke, we talked about that
right
performance on Thursday. Really what I think it does for Josh Rubio, it's going to build his confidence in those moments to take those shots like that and get him to fall.
Yeah, he said that we know Rubio can be a good shooter. His percentage has not shown it, but you'd rather him peak now than earlier in the season. Pass over to Thompson, his 3, no good, and a rebound by Walker. 16 minutes left. Walker had a stellar performance, 16. He gets hit up and in. Oh, do they call it on the floor? No continuation on that. What a finish there by Sean Walker, coming off 16 points over at Northwest Florida State.
Yeah, maybe unlucky there. Timeout from Pete Pena. We'll step aside after this quick team timeout. This is TCC Basketball live on tcceagles.com.
Back with this broadcast at TCC Basketball presented by First Florida Credit Union. 15:57 left 9-5 your score. Eagles trail. They go into Rubio, and he will shoot 2. Ball just falls off the rim.
Yeah, big free throws coming up for Rubio here. He's already got that early 3, and he's a 75% free throw shooter.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing the hot hand going after Rubio here. And the first free throw is good. Rubio struggling from the free throw line at 38%. And he goes 2 for 2.
Yeah.
7-9 your score.
Huge. Again, another part of Rubio's game that seems to be taking a step up. I know that's just 2 free throws, but.
Oh, this one's poked away by Rubio. Doing it on both ends. Ellis pushing up the court. Gives it to Walker. Walker dishes it off. Another great pass. Oh, what a sequence.
I mean, we've seen Josh Rubio hit the 3. We see him make the free throws. We see him get the steal and a great assist into Sean Walker there. We got a tie game.
Yeah, unselfish basketball there. It's all tied up 9-9. You can feel the energy here in this crowd. Sidhu for 3. No, and a rebound by Ellis. He will run it up the court. Takes it, puts it up, and just unable to finish. Doesn't get the friendly roll there. And Williams will bring it up. He slices and dices through the defense, unable to finish. Fast-paced basketball here through the first 5.
That's a tough call.
I think that was a carry, but Ellis, it looked like he was trying to pass it to Kendall at the top of the key, and he realized Kendall was not looking and tried to pull it back. Just a tough sequence there, but happens.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It probably is a carry, and I think it's important for the officials to kind of set a precedent early in the game. And because if that happens late in the game, you want to call in a more pivotal situation.
And to be fair, you'd much rather that be called a carry than Ellis throw that away and it be a fast break.
You're right about that. We saw Pensacola already working in transition in this game.
Chris Hampton, forgot to mention, checks into the game along with Amir Golazada. Golazada coming off one of his best games. He scored 11 points against Northwest Florida State, including 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Thompson pulls it back out. 7 on the clock here. He's going to have to roll 4. Thompson pushes off. He'll put it up right as the buzzer sounds. Now a 2-point lead. Quick trigger 3 by Rubio. Doesn't touch anything. And it'll go with Pensacola State here. Kendall goes to the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next whistle. Thompson up against Hampton. Sizing up. Jab step. Drives inside. Pump fakes. Kicks it out. 3-pointer by Hamilton. Won't go. Rebound. Hampton. Ellis been quiet. He's scoreless thus far. Hampton. Over to Collins. Collins over to Rubio. Rubio doesn't have much room there. Nice backdoor cut. Golazada, 3. Hello! All of a sudden, it's the Golazada-Rubio show here in the Eagle Dome. They've been hot the last 2 games. Eagles take is this their first lead of the game, 12-11?
Sure is. After that, got that hot start from Pensacola State. Golazada playing great defense there, though.
Driving in was Washington. Gives it out to, look like, battling for the ball is Collins. He fights for it. Ends up in the hands of Ellis. Ellis over to Collins. 3 ball. And that will come off a rebound by Pensacola State. But a good transition shot there for TCC. Trying to carry this momentum. Step back 3. Thompson. Whew.
Yeah.
Another one for him.
You got to watch Brett Thompson. He's comfortable having the ball for the majority of these possessions. You know, Pensacola State, without Terry Durham today, a lot more of the onus is going to be on Thompson to make those plays. Ellis for three, and this one's good. He calls him right back, gives TCC another lead.
Good job there by Ellis to get his first bucket of the game. And now it's a back and forth affair here in the Eagle Dome. Thompson drives. Offensive foul drawn by Chris Hampton.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Like I said, Thompson, there's been multiple possessions where he has been the only player to touch the ball. And there, it's really great to draw that offensive foul. And that'll send us into the under 12 media timeout. TCC with a 15-14 lead. This is TCC basketball, brought to you by First Florida Credit Union.
And we're back with this broadcast of TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com. What a day it is here in Tallahassee. We have the opener for the Panhandle Conference at home. Eagles versus Chipola going on right now. And then men's basketball going on as well, as that three comes off by Collins. 3 sports, 1 day, and you're all able to watch it here on TCCEagles.com. 11:30 left, and it's poked away. Chris Hampton, he's clear for takeoff.
Huge play from Chris Hampton in transition. Forced the turnover himself and then finished it. Tedrick Washington, though, calls back. I mean, both teams have had answers throughout the first half of this first half.
Yeah, they've both shown up today. Golazada with his patented pump fake, drives in, pulls off, spins, puts it up, just comes off Kendall. He's been quiet, gets the offensive board. Back to Golazada, his second three. Oh boy, back-to-back threes for Amir Golazada. He's hot.
Keeping that momentum that he had at Northwest Florida State on Thursday. If the shots keep falling for Golazada, he could just be an immense weapon for the Eagles.
Williams pulls it out. He picked up his dribble. Great defense here. Poked off and off the foot of Pensacola State. A turnover by the Pirates, and here we go.
Al Ellis is off the floor now, but what he's really good at is reading the tempo of the game. Coming off a big turnover like that, trying to get the ball down the floor really quickly. Now D'Angelo Ware, also just another great guard at reading the tempo of the game. You see, he quickens it up here.
Golazada drives, goes up, puts it up and in. Ooh, wow, he is playing with confidence. Flew right by his defender and finishes. Thompson going up against Ware. Steps back. Thompson on the ISO. Looking for his man. Ripped away. And are they going to call? Who are they calling the foul on?
Yeah, it'll be on Ware. He got a little too close for comfort.
He did, but the foul was called about a second or two after the rip-away steal.
They had to think about it for a second.
Yeah, I think you got to be a little bit more on top of that one. I agree that was a little bit of a foul, but I like how Ware is playing all over Thompson, making it uncomfortable for him. Because throughout the game, he is going to get frustrated as it goes. Eagles in what it looked like a 3-2 defense. Sidhu open for three, rims out, rebound by Chris Hampton. Great rebounding guard for the Eagles, and slowing it down over to Hampton. Now into Kendall. They'll try to work it into him. Kendall nowhere to go. Hampton gives it over to Golazada. More space, and it was blocked by Sissoko. Good play there by him. Hampton tips it over to Washington. Washington will take the mid-range jumper and knock it down.
We know this is going to be a close, hard-fought game. It might get heated at times. It did the last time the Pirates were in the Eagle Dome. But I think it's really important for the Eagles to stay composed in those moments. Might even be more energetic now with some fans in the stands here.
Hampton and Golazada not on the same page there. You can see Golazada real tired, but he put in a great couple of minutes of play from the offensive and defensive side. And we'll see Poindexter and Ellis check in. 3-point lead for the Eagles. Williams goes around the double screen. Now Washington crosses over it again. Thompson handing it off to Sidhu. Over to Thompson, 4 on the clock. Throws it cross court. It's knocked out of bounds with 2 on the clock.
I don't know why that ball didn't go inside to Sissoko. He seemed to have a lot of space. I know Jeremiah Kendall was there to step up to him, but neither Thompson nor Sidhu were quick to pass it in. But there's a deep three as the shot clock expires, and no good.
And a good play there by Kendall to tip it to his teammate. Thought Sissoko might come over the top and rip it away from him. Nice high IQ play there. 8:05 left. Kendall driving on Sissoko, and he finishes. What a job of contorting his body and absorbing the contact.
And following through on that shot with all the contact that he had to absorb.
Thompson finds Sissoko inside, and I'd hope that is on Walker and not Ware. You don't want him to pick up another foul.
They're going to go 22, Sean Walker. That would be tough. I think Sean Walker is just fine taking that for his teammate. That might have been Ware with more of the contact on that play.
Williams over to Washington. Washington crosses over, and this will bounce off Sissoko and out of bounds. A turnover for Pensacola State. Another thing to mention is Matthews Silveria. He's not traveling with Pensacola State today, so they're without 2 of their top players. Eagles looking to take advantage of that right now. Ware over to Poindexter in the corner. Inside to Walker. Walker swings it to Ellis. Ellis from that right wing. Yes! Another 3 for L. Ellis. Doesn't take much for him to get going.
Really look at how the momentum has swung. It's now an 8-point lead for the Eagles.
Shot won't go, and a rebound by Ware. Ware drives inside, has nowhere to go, and sometimes he gets a little bit too much of a head of steam.
Poindexter had his arms up the whole time. Does get whistled for the foul.
Not a terrible foul in transition to slow it down, especially with Ware on the ground far back.
See Ben Turner checking in for the first time.
McKenzie with it. He'll pull it back out, gives it over to Turner. Turner back to McKenzie. Over into the corner, Williams behind the back, step back three. And high rising up there is Kendall. He grabs the rebound, gives it to Ellis. Ellis starts on the right side, gives it over to Poindexter. Walker, straightaway three.
Just great movement from the Eagles there. Gave Sean Walker the space to knock down the three. Huge play by the Eagles.
Three will be good. Or no, they're going to call it two there for McKenzie. Foot on the line. As we go to 5:45 left, 21 seconds. Inside to Kendall, his hook shot goes. Eagles extended to 11.
Kendall just so composed when he gets to the rim. Doesn't matter who he's going up against.
All the way out to Turner, his three comes off at a rebound by Poindexter.
Great box out from Sean Walker there on Sissoko.
Ellis into Kendall. Walker back out to Ellis. And we will go under 5 here in this first half. Eagles up by 11. Ware, straightaway three, another one. It seems like, Brett, it took a while for the Eagles to get hot from beyond the arc to start the season, but they are in full stride right now.
And a lot of these plays, it's pretty clear they're drawn up and they're going exactly the way they're intended to. Another three in the corner, that one goes. Threes are falling for both teams, but seems like everything is going as planned on offense for the Eagles.
Quick three by Ware, but an offensive board by Kendall. He throws it out to Walker. Another three halfway down and pops out. McKenzie throws it over, and a late foul call. Ware was already halfway down the floor.
I'm sorry, we've got an official underneath the basket, and the foul call comes from over on the other side. That one's tough.
That one wasn't much of anything. Eagles had a chance to go in transition. 35-24. This is a broadcast at TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
And it looks like one of the Pensacola State players for the women's team dropped an entire bucket of ranch on the floor. They're it looks like they're eating Papa John's, and yeah. Yeah, I don't think you got that on your bingo card, do you, Brett?
Well, we had a little bit of time left on our ad break, and I brought us back, and Not expecting a stoppage of that sort. But
well, while we're at it, let's take a look at the Chris Hampton dunk that we had earlier in the game. All right, we're back with this action of TCC men's basketball live on TCCEagles.com. After that mop-up duty, Pensacola State will jack a deep three. Shot no good, and a rebound by Washington. Ellis will bring it up. Gives it over to Collins. Handoff to Ware. Ware looking for Rubio's screen. Gets it. Takes a tough drive. Flings it up and will go to the free throw line.
I love the handoffs we're getting on offense for the Eagles.
It just felt like Pensacola State wasn't going to be able to keep up that energy that they had at the beginning of this first half of the whole game, Brett. And the Eagles have started to pull away just a little bit. And now the game is not out of hand, but you could see the energy start to come back for this Eagle team after being down, I believe, 7 early.
And it's easy for TCC to play at this energy level throughout the whole game because of their depth. And that depth looks even stronger now, especially after the performances we saw on Thursday and carried over into today from Josh Rubio and Amir Golizada.
Ware misses both free throws. It comes all the way out to Hampton.
Great save.
And a second chance opportunity here. 15 on the clock. Ellis on the right wing.
Got a play call with 15 seconds left from Coach Settembre. Gives Rubio the shot. Oh, just rims out.
Would have been his second 3 of the day, and now Washington will bring it up fast. Up to Thompson. Thompson on the right wing, covered by Hampton. Sissoko sets the screen, and that is thrown away by Brett Thompson. Another turnover for Pensacola State.
Yeah, the Eagles saw Brett Thompson alone at the top of the key. They know he's the focal point of this offense. They closed down all of his passing lanes. He had nowhere to go with the ball.
Ellis brings it back out after getting the play call in. And he'll fire the 3 a little bit too deep there. It comes up short. And a rebound by Ben Turner. Washington. All the way over into the corner. Turner's 3 does not fall, and a rebound by Ellis. Ellis in between the legs, navigating, throws it cross court to Hampton. Hampton drives in, throws it back out to Ellis. Ellis over to Hampton. His 3 off the mark, and a rebound by Thompson. Thompson into Sidhu, over to Sissoko. Oh, what a block by Hampton!
Oh, Chris Hampton called for the foul. That was.
I don't know who else got the ball. I mean, it was met at the rim there, and Chris Hampton is smiling at the ref, going, "Really?"
Foul is credited to Josh Rubio, who also went up to contest the shot.
That's what I thought. It looked like Hampton did get a lot of ball, but I wasn't sure if the other defender that went up there, which was Rubio, if he made a little bit of body there.
Yeah,
we can look at the replay here, Brett.
I think even if you're Chris Hampton, yeah, you might want to add that one to your highlight reel. We're going to see it here.
Oh, man. That's close.
Even though it won't officially go down as a block, it looks good on tape.
That was pretty. Maybe put the music over the whistle there. First free throw does not go by Sissoko.
He can pull the receipts. He wasn't called for the foul.
That's true. 0 of 2 from the free throw line is Check Sissoko. Now Golizada will check back in after putting some great minutes up at the beginning of the first half. Inside the Kendall. Ellis drives, gets hit, gives it out to Golizada. He'll try a 3. Oh man, he's unconscious.
With a hand in his face, Amir Golizada.
How was that not a foul? Had a chance for a 4-point play there.
You saw he almost hesitated to take that shot. It allowed Sidu to come up and step up to him. Still takes it, still knocks it down.
That three way off. Sissoko gets the rebound, puts it up. Shot will not go.
You saw Golazada say something to Sidu there when he was back on defense. Might have been saying something like, can you believe I just knocked that one down? I can't believe it.
Ellis with the floater comes off. And he will shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, yeah, if you're Sidu, I don't think you can contest that shot any further without getting called for a foul, and he was probably lucky to not get called for one there anyways.
Ellis hits the first free throw. He has 7 points on the day, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc.
Ellis at the line for Tallahassee.
And he will miss that, but an over the back on Collins. Eagles up by 15.
Yeah, you got to be really careful there, especially now that you'll be in the bonus. You've got a minute left in this half. You've got a pretty big lead given the time left in this game. But there's still time for Pensacola State to get a couple of possessions here. It will be a 1-and-1 for the Pirates. You don't want to let them use those last couple possessions to decrease that lead.
And the shot will not go for Taryn Hamilton. 15-point lead. Knocked out of bounds by Washington. Ellis slips and falls. Kendall crossing over, puts it off the window. Oh, he was looking like a guard out there.
Great spin move. Get to the rim. Finish. Wash, rinse, repeat for Jeremiah Kendall.
20 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock at 10. Thompson on Kendall. A little mismatch there. Blows right past him. Might have gotten tipped there.
Gotta go quick.
Golazada will kick it out to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Ellis, full head of steam. Puts one up. It is tipped a couple of times, and the shot will not go on the tip from Kendall. And that's all we got here in this first half. 41-24. Eagles started off slow there, Brett, but really poured it on in the tail end of the last 10 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, not only did they get some really big threes from the whole cast of characters on this Eagle team, they played great defense, forced turnovers, the stuff that got them all these wins leading up to this game. A really great first half, and Coach Tembre's got to be pleased going into the break.
Well, that's all we got. Eagles up 41-24. In about 2 or 3 minutes, we'll have Coach Tembre pregame in our interview, and following that, we'll have some halftime stats in about 10 minutes. This is the broadcast of TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
with TCC men's basketball head coach Zach Settembre. Zach, was a big win on the road on Thursday. 92 points scored. 14 of those points came from... Here with TCC men's basketball head coach Zach Settembre. Zach, was a big win on the road on Thursday. 92 points scored. 14 of those points came from Josh Rubio. He was 2 for 2 from 3. How big was it to see him have such a performance like that?
Yeah, we got great performances from multiple guys Thursday night. Josh made some shots. Amir Galazadeh came off the bench and made big-time shots. And, you know, that's what makes this team really good. We got great depth. We've got guys that are always ready, and we've still had good practices even as we stretch into March here. So we're a team that understands we need everybody to be locked in all the time. And if we're going to accomplish what we want to, we have to have different guys stepping up at different times. It's not always going to be the same guys every night. So we feel good. This is a great opportunity for us today to be 4-0 in a round for the first time. We had a chance to do it in round 1. We're 3-0 when Pensacola came in here. We came up short, and we can't let that happen today.
You mentioned Amir Galazadeh, 3 for 4 from 3. When the shots are falling for him, how big of a weapon is he for your offense?
Amir's a really, really good shooter. He's a guy that has come a long way defensively. We're so proud of his effort in terms of being able to just adjust to how we play defensively. I mean, he plays very hard. He's a very coachable kid. He wants to do well. He's got great people around him, and Amir's a guy that we know is going to make some shots, and it's taken a little bit longer, and that's just sometimes the byproduct of playing on a team that's really talented. Is sometimes it takes longer than we want it to, but it was great to see him play well on Thursday. And again, it's right now is the time to peak. Right now is the time where we need everybody on their best, and really proud of Amir because he's overcome some challenges so far, and I'm really glad to see him mentally as locked in and engaged as he is on both ends of the floor. He's been great in practice, and as all of our guys have, and we got a chance to be really good if we can get top to bottom contributions from the roster like we did on Thursday.
And you mentioned last time Pensacola State was here, you guys fell, close game, came down to the last shot. I know you guys went to their place and beat them, but how do you learn from that first loss going into today's game?
Well, we just needed to play with more urgency. Honestly, we came out 10-0, but I think we thought the game was over when we were up 10-0, and we just didn't play with the same kind of desperation. I didn't do as good of a job as I would have liked to looking back on the game. We played some different substitutions, and rotations were a little bit different than we probably should have. But at the end of the day, we've got guys that are mature. I think you'll see a hungry group today because we've challenged our guys to come out and play tough and play angry and play with an edge. And for us, it just comes down to, can we, for 40 minutes, consistently put together another good performance? Because Tuesday and Thursday night, while we got 2 great wins, we did not defend at the rate we'd like to. We gave up 59% shooting against Chipola. Northwest Florida shot a really good percentage. They scored 44 points, I think, in the second half. So just not good enough to beat great teams. So hopefully our defense will be better today. We've had a great practice yesterday. We usually don't practice on days in which we only have one game between games, but I thought one day between games. But I thought we needed to, and I thought it was a very productive, competitive, and edgy practice, and hopefully that'll show today.
Coach, you've got a 1-game lead now in the Panhandle Conference. What do you have to tell the team to make sure that they're still trying to improve in different aspects of their game?
Yeah, great question. Well, we control our own destiny. So for us, it's nice when you know if we went out and go 5-0, we're going to cut nets down. We're going to hang up another Panhandle Conference banner for the second year in a row, which has never been done in school history. We've never been back-to-back Panhandle Conference champions. So this is something that matters to us. We're trying not to look too far ahead. We're trying just to beat Pensacola today. Having the week off will be really helpful just to rest some guys and be able to install a few new things. So for us, we have to win today. It's all hands on deck because it is one game at a time. And while it's a great opportunity for us to continue to stay ahead in the standings, we can't really think about the standings. We just have to stay in the here and now, be where our feet are, and beat Pensacola State today.
And Coach, lastly, how important has it been to have some energy back in the stands in the Eagle Dome?
Tuesday night's crowd was fantastic. I mean, that was as good of a JUCO environment as you're going to get. It's always great beating Chipola. That was a great game, a very high-level game, a game that could have gone either way. And we know how talented they are, and they play very hard and play with a sense of desperation. They shot the ball great, and we have to give those guys credit for that. But our fans were great Tuesday. I thought we had tremendous energy, and of course, as a player, as a coach, it's easy to feed off the crowd when they're into the game. Hopefully we'll have the same kind of juice today. But we just have to understand that every single possession, we have to play our butt off because Pensacola State, the first time we had too many stretches where we didn't fight for stretches. So we have to play hard for 40 minutes, and if we do that, we're going to have a great chance. But we're playing an opponent that's in third place. They're fighting for an at-large bid to the state tournament. They need this win. They've already got one quality win on the resume when they were here the first time. So they know that the stakes are high for them. Certainly the stakes are very high for us. We want to stay in the top 10 in national rankings. We've been ranked number 1 in Florida every week of the season this year, which we're proud of. So we just have to keep it up and find a way, whatever it takes today, whoever it has to be, offense, defense, we have to figure it out. We have to win.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck today.
Appreciate it, man.
And we're back, just about ready to start the second half here at the Eagle Dome. The Eagles leading Pensacola State 41-24. Looking at some of the first half stats, Amir Golazada leading the way for Tallahassee. He's got 11 points, and he is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, coming off a 3 for 4 performance from 3 on Thursday against Northwest Florida State. El Ellis has got 7 points and 5 rebounds on the game. Jeremiah Kendall with 5 rebounds. The Eagles shooting 47% from the field and 47% from 3. When you're putting up those numbers, you know things are going right offensively. Only 4 turnovers for the Eagles, and they forced 8 turnovers from Pensacola State. Brett Thompson leads the way for the Pirates. He's got 8 points and 4 rebounds, and he played the entire first half. And he's back out on the court to start the second half for Pensacola State.
All right, we're back here, as you said, Brett. In-game action, 41-24. Eagles had a great first half. They started out slow, but able to catch fire and really shooting a great percentage from beyond the arc. They were 8 of 17 for 47%. Look to keep that momentum going as Sidhu will take the baseline tray and hit. We'll see the Eagles get their first possession here on offense. Spinning is Ellis. He flings it across to Poindexter, who has been held scoreless so far today. Walker bullies his way in. Rebound, Kendall, and he will shoot 2.
Another great effort from Jeremiah Kendall. He had 8 in that first half. 5 rebounds. Just got his 4th offensive rebound, and it's turned into an opportunity to shoot 2.
Kendall averaging just under 15 points a game, I believe, Brett. And he has been a force for the Eagles. It's been almost like the 1-2-3 punch between Kendall, Ellis, and Sean Walker for the Eagles this season.
Yeah, you know, Kendall's got 10 today, Ellis at 7. Those are big numbers, but it's really awesome to look down the list throughout this roster and see so many other players contributing at a higher level as the season has progressed. Seeded with another 3. This one no good, rebounded by Ware.
Ware will high step it up the court, finds Ellis at the top of the key. He spins, takes a big step, loses it, throws it out to Walker. Back over to Ware, and he finishes with 2 hands.
That Ware and Thompson matchup has been really fun to watch. 2 great competitors in this league.
Ware just such a strong guard. You don't see that very often. Sissoko loses it, ends up on the ground, and a timeout called. I think they were looking for a traveling violation, but going back to D'Angelo Ware, one of the strongest guards we have in the conference. He's great on the offensive glass, the defensive glass, on the defensive side, and then when he gets the opportunity and finds a way into the lane, it's tough for him not to finish.
Yeah, he's a really hard guy to back down, and he is that low center of gravity. D'Angelo Ware, one of the shorter players, if not the shortest player on the TCC roster. Great stuff from number 0.
45-27, and an offensive foul on Pensacola State. I think it was Ware who helped draw that one.
Yeah, and you see Brett Thompson, who, little unlucky as he knocks down the 3 as the whistle blows.
All the way up the court to Ware. He spins, goes up, no look pass to Kendall. He's just got great vision as a guard. A great pickup for the Eagles. Came here in January. And he has been a big impact guy. in Tallahassee as Sissoko battles Kindall down low and gets the bucket. Ellis over to Poindexter. He got hit and makes it. He's so good from that corner. Lethal shooter. I know he was looking for the foul call as well. Could have been a 4-point play, but he'll finally get on the stat sheet. Thompson with a great take from the right wing. That hesitation is what cleared off some space and brings it down to single digits. 9-point lead for the Eagles.
Luke, if you saw the energy that the Eagles bench brought into the second half, and now you look at what that's translating into on the court, they're just having fun out there today.
Ellis. Oh, great pass. Oh. They're making it look a little bit easy today, almost. It seems, I don't know if easy is the right word, but it seems effortless the way they're passing. We're battling Sissoko down low, all over him. Look at this matchup.
He lives for those.
And looked like Thompson kicked out his leg, and undercutting him was Poindexter.
Yeah, Thompson was left alone there on the wing. It was a great sign of composure to sidestep like that. And then someone had to step up to him, and he draws the foul. Yeah, 3-point shot.
And looks like they're going to call for Sidhu to go out and scrub the floor. Three. Are they going to say three free throws?
Should be. Yep,
coming
3
up.
shots coming.
I wasn't sure if his foot was on the line or not. There's so many lines on the court.
Well,
these
yeah,
days.
I mean, it depends if it was the foot that kicked out or the one that was still planted.
It's crazy. Next year, that third line will be the NJCA range. And Brett, I don't know if you've gone out there. That extra foot or so is pretty significant.
I mean, not for guys like me. I could still hit him from that distance.
That's true. I'm sure. When you were 5 or 6 years old, you were knocking them down in your sleep.
For sure.
52-33. Eagles in control. Ellis comes around the screen, steps back, fadeaway. Yes! Speaking of effortless, Ellis kind of stuck out his foot like it was a Dirk three there.
The bench having the time of their lives.
Extra pass over into the corner. McKenzie, he's been quiet today. Sissoko shuffles his feet a couple of times. I think what they're trying to say on that was maybe he didn't have control of the ball when his feet started to slide there. Pensacola State able to cut it to 20, though, Brett. 3, Walker. No. And Thompson will bring it up. He's going up against Walker, out to McKenzie, open 3.
Ellis decided, let's keep playing.
All the way over to Poindexter in the corner, rims in and out.
They got to watch. Stevie's open now. Going to slow it down. Wow. Absolutely beautiful on that Euro step there. That shot will fall, and he'll go to the free throw line for.
Yeah, but Williams on that, he used his size to his advantage. Not a particularly tall guy, but squeezes himself in between the defenders, able to finish. And we'll see an entirely new set come in. Golazada, Eton Collins, and Chris Hampton, along with Josh Rubio. So love to see what we can get out of this set.
It's a huge miss if you're thinking about it. It's an 18-point game now, a chance for a 3-point play. And if Pensacola State wants to get back into this game, they can't afford to miss those free throws.
Uh-oh. Ball with the steal. And he had a clear path there. I believe that's what Pensacola State's coach is asking for. We're going to get a full timeout there, but it did look like it could have possibly been a clear path foul. And Walker, that was a smart job of grabbing his jersey. And I think he was looking for the reach. I think it was just good defense.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think TCC's lucky, given the situation, given where he was on the floor, to not get the clear path foul called. And Coach Pete Payne is upset about it as well. So we'll step aside for this full timeout. This is TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Back with this broadcast of TCC Men's Basketball, presented by First Florida Credit Union. First Florida Credit Union invites you to become a member, opening a checking or student checking account at the Appleyard branch, conveniently located for all TCC students, faculty, and staff. First Florida Credit Union, enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA. Eagles in a zone defense, and McKenzie will take the jumper from just inside that free throw line. He hits, and just like that, it's a 16-point game. Cross-court pass, Golazada. Pump fakes, gives it out to Walker. Back to Golazada. He'll fire. He hasn't missed today. He will there. And a push-off foul on Collins. Reminder, you can find all TCC basketball games at tcceagles.com/live, and as well on YouTube. Just search TCC Eagles. 14:20 left. Pensacola State starting to go on a little bit of a run here after the Eagles were up by 20 plus. It's a 16-point game. Williams dribbles it off the back of his foot. Cross court over to McKenzie. Sidhu drives, puts up the floater, and it's good.
All of a sudden, just a 14-point game. The Eagles worked hard to get their big lead. Now, Sean Walker, did he get the timeout?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think that when he was dribbling it up, he did not expect the pressure, put his head down to look elsewhere, and if he had seen the defender come up, he had Golazada open on the left side. But I don't mind that timeout there, Brett. You don't want to give up another bucket or turnover there. Up by 14 now, and I think they needed to settle down as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're happy there with the timeout. You've got still a comfortable lead, less than 14 minutes to go in the game. But still, you don't want Pensacola State to pick up any more momentum than they already have.
Just got to get back in a rhythm here. We'll see Ellis check in along with Ware. I believe Hampton. I don't think Hampton was in the game prior. So we have Golazada, Josh Rubio down low, Hampton on this left corner. D'Angelo Ware over on the wing, and L. Ellis inbounding it. Over to Ware on the wing. Ellis brings it back out. Ware to Hampton. Hampton to Ellis. Ellis over to Golazada. Corner three. just a little long. I think that one it looked like it came off real soft,
Yeah.
like a glaze almost. You could barely tell that it didn't hit. I thought it did.
Yeah.
I thought it did, but I'm not on that side. On the other side where the Eagle bench is, you can see it a little bit more clearly.
And that's just a frustrating one. Not sending anyone to the foul line. You just think your possession should have been extended.
And you make a wide open layup too. Hampton had the rebound, and now Pensacola State able to claw back in it again.
And that's not a maybe. That's 2 points that if you're Coach Attenborough, you feel we're taken from you there on that call, or that no call rather.
Double team into the corner. Ware, step back three. And they call a traveling violation. I thought he was over on that corner, might have stepped out.
Yeah, again, you maybe get a little unlucky there on the shot clock violation. You can't let that snowball into more turnovers. You still got the 14-point lead. You got to focus. You got to play composed. I think if I'm Coach Attenborough, I know you've taken a couple timeouts in the last few minutes.
I'm waiting for that under 12 media timeout. Right. Can't wait for that.
You almost want to hit the reset button.
Yes, absolutely. Settle down your guys here. Thompson jabs in. Ware all over him. Thompson takes it to the cup and finishes. Looks like they're going to wipe the floor here.
Like Coach Attenborough said, when we talked to him before the game, this was going to be a war. This one is nowhere near over yet.
Yeah, Pensacola State it seems like they're inching their way back into the game. And you'd hope that TCC is almost a 3 away of quelling that momentum. Ellis brings it across. 12:25 left in this second half. Into the middle, bounce pass over to Hampton, over to Kendall. Now over to Ellis, left wing three, just a little bit short.
That was good ball movement, though. You like that look. Now it's time to get
Williams all the way over in that right corner, open for three. He drives in, and a block by Poindexter. Ware able to get the reach, and 1 second away from being at the media timeout. So next whistle, we'll see that as Hampton checks out. In comes Walker. Walker averaging 11.5 a game. Ellis slides, holding his pivot foot. He's going to have to pass it. Gives it over to Poindexter. Poindexter over to Ellis. 15 on the clock. He drives, puts it up and in. He makes something so difficult seem so easy. Soft hands, able to lay it up. Now Pensacola State swinging along. Thompson drives, kicks it out. Sidhu over into the corner, and he nails that three. 11-point game. Ware. Now Kendall. Poindexter backing in is Ware. And they're going to count it. D'Angelo Ware acting like he is a 6'8" player. And we're going to get a media timeout here, but how about D'Angelo Ware acting like he's one of the biggest players on the court, backing down his guard and being able to finish. So it'll be a 17-point lead for the Eagles. And we will step aside. 11:03 left here in the second half. This is TCC basketball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast at TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. 59-46. We're trying to complete the three-point play. He has 8 on the day with that free throw. Leading scorer is Jeremiah Kendall with 14, L. Ellis with 12, Amir Golazada with 11, all in that first half. Thompson drives in, and he will get hit from behind by Ware. Got him on the wrist. And we'll see a free throw here. I think I said the Eagles were up by 17. That was some awful math a couple of minutes ago. It's pretty apparent they were only up by like 12.
It is spring break next week on TCC's campus, so maybe you're.
I was hoping you should have backed me up there, Brett. That means you thought it was a 17. I couldn't. I was like, how is it a 17-point lead? It was just a 12-point game. Now it's back to 12 into Walker. Walker over to Kendall. Oh, don't do it to him. That's a tone setter. Oh, you saw him cock that one back with his right hand. That'll get the crowd into it. 14-point lead. I know that for sure. 62-48. Thompson pulls it back out. Thompson drives. Oh, wow. He's having himself a game, Brett. Must be the name. 16 points for Brett Thompson. Walker into Kendall, and he lost the handle, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, trying to add to his 16-point total.
Jeremiah Kendall, line for Tallahassee.
An interesting thing, L. Ellis leads the team with rebounds today with 6. So he might have a chance to get back-to-back double-doubles in the Eagle Dome. He had his first career double-double.
It's true. After we had to correct
yes.
the original scoring, he was going to end the game with 9 assists, but we had
his back. We had his back there, Brett. The full court pass.
That was indeed him that got it to Chris Hampton for that massive game-sealing dunk.
Yep, against Chipola. And you also got to think, what a defensive play there by Sean Walker to rip it away.
Yeah.
That led to the bucket. Thompson over to Williams. Eagles in a 1-3-1, I believe, and it does not matter. Brett Thompson cooking. He has 19. Pass over to Poindexter. He'll try the right wing 3, his second of the day. There we go. Trading buckets here. That's why it was so vital to have that big first half lead. Eagles playing 4 games in 8 days. As Sidhu tries a 3. That one almost went in. And a rebound by Poindexter. Ellis slowly trots it up the floor. Eagles looking to move to 16-2 with the win. They're at 15-2. There are only 2 losses coming in conference to Chipola and Pensacola State. 3 by Ware is out of bounds. Just looked like it didn't come off the fingertips very well. Walker out, Hampton in. Thompson loses the handle. Now into the hands of Washington. Now Thompson will reset. He's going to fire from that left wing. Can't miss. And he'll nail another one. 22 points for Brett Thompson.
Yeah, we talked about a couple of the guys that were missing today for Pensacola State and how Brett Thompson really taking things into his own hands as the main and one of the only scoring options for the Pirates.
Ware backing in. One-handed pass. Poindexter from the corner. Gets hit over into the stands. And Poindexter arguing that he's getting closed out too quickly after the shot.
Yeah, not only was there contact with his shooting hand, then he kind of had nowhere to land in the corner there. And I think he does have a bit of an argument. Officials might keep an eye on it a little more closely if he has another shot attempt.
He checks out of the game. In comes Golazada. Washington to Williams. Thompson open for three again. Jeez. I mean, he is single-handedly willing Pensacola State back into this game. 25 points. It's almost like, you got to put a little highlighter on him anywhere on defense and say, hey, let someone else beat you, because they're without Terry Durham. They're without their other big men. Silviera. He's just put his team on his back.
Did he come off the floor yet?
I don't think that he has missed a minute
so
far today.
The full 20 in the first half, and we were 12 and a half minutes into the second frame.
Yeah, it's an 8-point game. It was up to 22, I think 22 or 23 at one point, and now just an 8-point lead for TCC. Whew, talk about a war. They said, Coach Settembre said that the Eagles are ready for war. Well, I didn't think that it was going to be a one-man soldier on the other side.
And even though right now Brett Thompson is doing all of the scoring for Pensacola State, if you focus too much on him, they've still got guys like Sissoko and Sidu who are very versatile on offense. Sissoko down low. Sidu can hit the three just as well as Thompson can, if not better at times. Tedrick Washington Jr.'s got a lot of minutes today. Hasn't put a whole lot of points on the board, but we know what he is capable of. And so, I think it's really difficult right now if you're TCC. How much attention do you give to Brett Thompson? Because you've seen firsthand. Case in point, the last time Pensacola State was in the Eagle Dome, what some of these other guys on the floor can do for the Pirates.
Well, I'm not giving Thompson enough credit. He actually has 27 points on the night.
Yeah, something tells me that number is not done growing.
You'd think he'd run out, he'd get a little tired pretty soon, but you never know. Zone pressure here by Pensacola State. Hampton over to Ware. Pump fakes, gives it to Kendall. Kendall bumped, and that'll be a foul. That's a good call.
Pensacola State foul number 32, check Sissoko, his second. 16 foul.
Nice. What's the score?
Golazada gives it over to Ellis. Is it a moving screen on Kendall?
Tallahassee foul number 13, Jeremiah Kendall. His first 16 foul.
Williams brings it across. 7:05 left. 8-point game. Behind the back, Williams drives in, looks for someone. It gets over to Sidu. I don't know how it got there. Now into Sissoko. He battles and able to finish over D'Angelo Ware. 6-point game. Ellis to Ware. They're in desperate need of a bucket here. Hampton to Ware. Golazada, he'll take it himself.
Got to get the elbows down when you're going in like that. Back-to-back possessions with offensive fouls. It's not what you want to see.
Usually it's the other way. Usually it's the other way around. Yeah. The Eagles are the ones drawing the charges. And
I mean, the thing about those two offensive fouls, they didn't need to draw charges. You had a moving screen and you had a high arm, a high elbow. Two things that are really all in your control.
Great defense here by Hampton. And bringing it across is Thompson. Thompson looks for the screen. Over to Sidhu. His three. Oh! Now it's just a one-possession game here, Brad. It looked like he blinked. Eagles were up by 20+.
Big possession coming up here. The way they're shooting the three, you do not want to give them the ball back with a chance to tie, whether it be Sidhu or Brett Thompson.
Yeah, just get to the free throw line here somehow. Need points. Extra passes. Ellis drives, finds a spot, and flicks it up and in. Finally, the Eagles stop the bleeding. It's a 5-point game. Needed that one.
You saw lots of ball moving around the perimeter. You're thinking they're going to try to find a three that's open. Ellis takes it into his own hands. And a classy finish there.
Good defense here by Poindexter. He's fronting Washington the whole way. Sissoko met at the rim by Poindexter. And Sissoko will shoot two. Poindexter doesn't like the call.
Yeah, he's got to be a little careful. He's had a few discussions with the officials.
And we're going to get a media timeout. Sissoko on the year shooting 55% from the free throw line. So if there is a guy to foul, that would be it. We'll step aside 69-64. Eagles up by 5, 5:27 left. Sissoko will shoot two. He is 55% from the free throw line. His first free throw is true. Two of two from the free throw line. It's a 3-point game. 5:27 left. 69-66.
Yeah, makes it a one-possession game once again. I think it's important for the Eagles again on this possession to get points. They got a shot in the corner. Poindexter for three. Rims out. Rebounded by Walker with a putback.
One-handed rebound. Puts it in his left hand and finishes. You thought Poindexter, he's so lethal from that corner, was going to knock it down, but way to stick with it. Sean Walker giving the Eagles a second chance opportunity there. Williams unable to finish, but Sissoko cleaning up on the other end. And we'll probably get one of those late traps again against Ellis. We've seen them try to do that. This time Ellis blows right past it, puts it up and in off the window. What a finish that is.
Now Sean Walker did a great job taking care of Brett Thompson. Created the lane for L.
Washington swings it all the way to Sidhu. Oh, shuffled his feet, almost poked away by Kendall. Into the corner. Poindexter looking to draw the charge. Thompson drives, step back, passes it in. Sissoko, he's got 1 second left. That'll be a shot clock violation. Great defense there, Brett.
Yeah, amazing. You saw Sean Walker close down in the corner. Great stuff.
So 4:03 left. Eagles on top by 5. Ellis will wipe the floor here. And I think I can hear them saying that they're going to switch on a ball screen. Either switch or trap. I can hear them whispering it out. So we'll see what they do here as Ellis brings it across. Here comes the screen. Ellis, 3, just short. And Williams will bring it across. Ooh, behind the back, flips it over to Washington. His 3 open, no good. Finally, they're able to miss, and the Eagles will go the other way. Ellis driving, doesn't see him. And they're going to get a timeout called. Chris Hampton calls it from all the way across the court. Good job there. I think the Eagles needed one too. 73-68, 5-point game. We're in crunch time here. This is TCC men's basketball presented by First Florida Credit Union. (73-68). Eagles out of the timeout. 20 seconds on the shot clock into Ellis. 3:30 left. Ellis drives, puts it up and in. Tough finish there by Ellis. Ellis now with 18. McKenzie into Sissoko. He loses the handle. Stolen. No, it's still on the ground.
It's got to be.
They're going to say a kick ball. I thought, if anything, that would be a jump ball, correct?
If Sean Walker got possession, then he can't be called for a kicked ball. So if they're saying Sean Walker never had.
I think they're saying he never did have possession.
Hey,
it reminds me when I lost possession in the kickball in intramurals. I'm still salty about it. I would say.
Well, then not only when Sean Walker did, according to the officials.
I think he was sitting on top of the ball, so it should, and they went on top of it as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sissoko went over top of Sean.
I don't
Walker.
think it was a foul. I think that they were both going for it. It probably should have been a jump ball, but a fortunate bounce there for Pensacola State, and they'll have second life here. Driving in is Thompson. His shot finally will not go. And are they going to call a foul? Yes, they call a foul instead of a jump ball.
Yeah, that'll send Chris Hampton to the free throw line.
Oh, that's true. I mean, it was a matter of time before Thompson was going to miss a shot. Finally. He has been a killer today. Hampton, 1-1, comes off the back iron. 2:54 left. Williams screaming up the court, pulls it back out. Cross court, McKenzie drives, pulls it back out. Throwing it into Sissoko. Ellis wallops him, leaves his man open in the corner. That is Williams. Just like that, it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, I don't think Dell's in foul trouble quite yet, but he did. There was a lot of contact there on Sissoko.
Which I think that would have been fine to foul him, given he's a poor free throw shooter, and he was right underneath the basket. Just unfortunate that his man was left open. Now Ellis over to Poindexter, into Kendall. Kendall going up against Sissoko. He's blocked. Offensive board, put back. Oh, what a finish there by Sean Walker. Incredible. I don't know how he had the strength to flick it up with the left hands. Wow. Sometimes you just have to smile at greatness there.
Yeah, Sean Walker, he's always one you can count on to finish a play like that. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think Sean Walker intended for that to go in. I think he was just trying to draw the foul.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you get the good roll, and you get a couple points.
Yeah, a lot of grit there. Walker with 9. Jeremiah Kendall with 18. Poindexter with 6. Ellis with 18. Miracle Lozada had 11 in that first half. On the other side, Brett Thompson with 27. He leads the way. Bijan Sidhu with 11. 6 for Dexter McKenzie, and 7 for Josh Williams. 10 for Josh Williams as he hit that 3. Eagles shooting at 50% from the field in what has been just a crazy matchup here. They were up by as many as 20 and now are in a battle here in the final 2 minutes, down by 6. Brett, what do they need to do in these final 2 to bring home their 6th straight win?
I think they got to stay comfortable on offense, not give the ball away. You've got the 6-point lead. There's only a handful of possessions left, if that, for both teams. As long as you do not give the ball away and you make good use of the time left on the clock, the Eagles should be in good position here.
.203 left. They'll roll the ball up the court. And it's finally picked up as Williams brings it across under 2. McKenzie pulls back out. Over to Sidhu. Now Thompson, and it's just thrown away, stolen by Ellis. Pivotal play there.
Well, you look at Thompson, who's played 38-plus minutes today. It's tough physically and mentally, and a bad giveaway there for Pensacola State.
Eagles looking to take advantage of the turnover. Ellis working it down, 12 on the clock. Ellis blows right past him, puts it up, follows and finishes. He's got 20.
A huge bucket there for Al Ellis, one of the biggest of the night. It's an 8-point lead now.
1:20 left. Up and off the window is McKenzie. He's been quiet tonight. It's his 8th point. And we'll have 1:11 left, 79-73. This is TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. 79-73, 1:11 left. Full court pressure here.
Again, just have to be smart with the basketball.
Ellis double teamed. Ooh, Hampton climbing the ladder.
He's got.
Now back over to Hampton and into Walker. 12 on the clock. Poindexter thought about taking it. He does, to the rack. And he finishes. Huge bucket. Had a chance to pop the three because he's such a good shooter. Got his defender in the air and finishes at the rim. Eagles up by 8. 37 seconds left. Pensacola is going to have to put up a three here soon. They'll give it in to Sissoko with 31 seconds left. And it'll be a 6-point game, 81-75. They're running out of time here, Brett.
And Luke, it was a great bucket on the other end from Poindexter, but I got to go back to Chris Hampton, who saved that possession. Could have been a really bad turnover. 6'2", Chris Hampton might have like the tallest vertical on this team. We saw the dunk
I think
earlier.
It's more of a might. It is a definite there.
We've seen him do some insane things. Even the dunk or the would have been block on Sissoko earlier in this game. And he uses them there as Ellis's pass. I don't know if it was a bad pass from Al. Maybe he knew that his teammate could get up and save that one.
Here's the thing. It was the only thing that he could do because they were all over him. He had to throw it up high. And I think Hampton was coming in a little bit to try to help him out. Just a great job by Chris Hampton to, save the play there and then end up getting it all the way over to Poindexter, who uses a different part of his game that we don't see as much.
Yeah.
And finishes at the rim. But that's part of having shooters on your team is they have to be versatile. And in that situation, got the defender up in the air. And it'll be a 6-point game now. Eagle ball with 31.8 left.
Still a 2-score game. Again, still in that spot where you cannot afford a turnover.
Poindexter open. They get it into Ware. Ware over to Walker. Eagles got to get it across here, and they do. Walker trapped, throws it all the way across court to Ware. Ware will have the jump ball here. Possession arrow with TCC. Fortunate there. Just don't want to throw it away. I think that's the big thing here.
I mean, Pensacola State has to foul almost immediately after.
Yeah, and the time is not on their side. Now it is going to be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, they're in that kind of that sweet spot where they're not quite in the double bonus yet, but they're right where they want to be, where they don't have fouls to give to force free throws.
Kendall misses the front end of a 1-and-1. McKenzie up to Williams. Williams slides in, almost throws it away. Sissoko gives it to Sidhu. His three is off. Big rebound by Hampton, and I think he just landed flat on where his back and his
goes down hard.
Yeah, he's just holding his lower back there.
Again, going up for a rebound. Shoulder to shoulder with Czech Sissoko.
Yeah, he'll walk that off. Doesn't feel too good.
Well, he'll get a chance for a 1-and-1 himself to ice this game.
Well, I think if he misses it, it's iced.
Yeah.
Given the Eagles are up by 6, but they had to hold on to this one, Brett, and it says something for this Pensacola State squad that was down 2 of their top players to come up and put up a fight for TCC, battling back from 20-plus deficit as Hampton hits the free throw, but the Eagles were the better team today, and they got the win. They'll stay a game ahead of Chipola in the Panhandle Conference race. They'll move to 10-2, 16-2 overall.
Yeah, this is a team fighting for an at-large bid. They sit 3rd place in the Panhandle Conference right now. They've got all of round 4 in the Panhandle still to go. And we'll get another matchup between these two teams, and I expect another good contest.
Thompson will try a 3 at the buzzer, and the Eagles will win 83-75, an 8-point win for TCC. And Brett, overall, it was a great performance towards the end of that first half, and then in the early parts of the second half, but they had the battle at the end of this game after Pensacola State made it close.
Yeah, blowouts are few and far between in this league. We've seen that time and time again, especially now that we're 3 times through seeing everyone else in the Panhandle Conference. But the fact that TCC, even when Pensacola State started to claw back, never lost their composure, never let it unravel completely, is a really great sign as they move on and collect yet another big win at home.
Yeah, 6 straight. Their last loss was at Chipola, and they go as what Coach Attembray's goal was to try to go 3-1 in each round. Well, this round they were perfect, 4-0 as they go into round 4. They'll get a big rest coming up in a week or so. Eagles are on spring break, but you just have to love the effort. 4 games in 8 days, and they go 4-0.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it again one more time. I know they've got a lead now in that Panhandle Conference, but remember from that halftime discussion with Coach Attembray, I asked him what it takes to keep telling his team to improve even with that first-place spot in the league. And, he says there's a lot of stuff they still have to work on, and even though they're in first place in the regular season, that's not the big end goal that they have in mind.
Yeah, you don't want to be complacent, Brett.
Right, exactly. And so it's going to be, you got to use this rest wisely, stay safe during COVID-19, but yeah, they'll be back here next Saturday against Gulf Coast State. Huge matchup in the Eagle Dome.
Yeah, we'll go with some final game stats. Ellis leading the team with 20. Tyler Poindexter with 8, a big bucket at the end of the game. Jeremiah Kendall with 18. Sean Walker chipping in 9. Amir Golazada with 11 in that first half. Chris Hampton, the rebound leader, with 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
How about that for the guard for the Eagles, one of the smallest players on the court?
It's been a big week for Chris Hampton, who has been doing amazing things on both sides. Obviously, another big dunk today. I still go back to that would have been block on Sissoko if Rubio had not been called for the foul. Hampton really stepping up as the season progresses.
Yeah, the Eagles made 8 threes in that first half. They were 11 of 29 overall for the game, shooting 38%. Overall, just an incredible performance. And you have to think, going 4-0, Brett, is the goal for TCC every time. And they finally came away with the win here against Pensacola State, avenging their first conference loss.
Yeah, and again, just use this rest wisely. Come back, Gulf Coast State. The target's on your back, and you know that. And Coach Attembray knows that, and this team knows that. You just got to prepare just as you would for Gulf Coast State through the first 3 rounds and finish out the regular season strong.
Well, that's all we got here in the Eagle Dome. 83-75 for Luke Fay and Brett Rutherford. This was a broadcast of TCC men's basketball presented by First Florida Credit Union. As always, go Eagles.
What is that static?
It